My name's Brandon. I'm a weekend warrior YouTuber of sorts. A wannabe mechanic, part-time sailor, and adventurer. Pretty good with my hands. A loving husband and dog dad. 4 years ago, the world flipped upside down. I was stuck at home, sold some music gear, and bought a vintage fixer-upper sailboat, the SV Thunder Road. We restored her, learned to sail, did a few Texas 200s, bent the mast, got a second boat, stole a mast, got a third boat, stole another mast, worked on some motors, worked on the boat, worked on some motors again, then finished the boat. And now, I'm refitting Thunder Road and getting her back onto the water to begin the next adventure. I fired up our 10 horsepower Honda outboard just to run it, make sure everything is good, make sure the gas isn't clogged up in the carburetor or anything like that. Getting the Honda going. And it was running really good, but I did notice we have a little bit of an oil leak coming through the seam here. There's some oil splash on the cylinder here. I believe that's the oil pump, and I see a lot of oil dripping from there. We're gonna have to take the whole engine out of the outboard here. After the 2024 Texas 200, I did suspect I was starting to get a little bit of an oil leak. Definitely look forward to another motor video, because we're gonna have to give this old girl some attention. All right, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Restro Thunder Road. All right, guys, well, it's still freezing. The sun is actually out right now, melting off a lot of the snow. Obviously, we're not going to be doing any sailing at the moment. So some of you made a few comments in my last video to go ahead and tackle the Honda B100 here. And this is a 1983, I believe it is. It is a 4-stroke, 10 horsepower. If you guys saw the last video, I pointed out that we are getting some oil leakage here. So let's take a peek inside here. All right, and we've also got some oil staining here, splashing up. Right there where my finger's pointing, that is the oil pump. And I'm seeing a lot of oil dripping off of that, guys. So I'm thinking we could have a bad gasket on that oil pump. What we need to do today is the whole motor needs to come out from the outboard, because the only way to get underneath here is to take the engine out. We've got a 12mm bolt here. We've got a couple 10mm right here that I think these are gonna be the ones that are actually holding our motor in place. But before we do anything, we need to take this screw out and drain all the oil out first. So we're gonna do that, let that drain. I think we can start with removing the bottom unit and then just working our way up. So yeah, guys, that's what we're doing here today. And without further ado, let's just start diving into this one. All right. Wow, dang, I got that on there, huh? Let's do a little tap. There we go. Oil's gonna start pouring out as soon as I take it off there. Oop. Get that. Oil doesn't look milky or anything, so that's good. That means there's no water getting in it. It's a good sign. All right, oil's kind of stopped draining there. Got it all wiped down. It's looking kind of clean right now. Okay, so let's get this pin out of here. All right, it's kind of hard to see, but that pin is like right back in here. Really tricky to get to. It's a Carter pin. I think I can get it. Alright, got it. I think I broke it more than I got it. Alright, here it comes. Oh, careful, don't drop it. go. That's what we wanted. This guy. You can see where the rod tip is, where that elbow pin connected. So you can see it's free now. All right. So now I think we're good to start working on this lower unit. Alright, got that one. Should be. Alright, I'm gonna give it a little tap here. See if that helps. There we go. Alright. Well, now let's get this little front little cover off here, and then we'll work on these bolts. There's 2 on each side, so 4 total. You know what? I'm gonna hit some WD-40. Be a little proactive here. Just to help it out. All right, that's off. Wasn't too bad. Not bad at all. All right. See if I can just kind of wiggle it free here. Maybe give it a little tap. There we go. Oh, there we go. Didn't want that to slam down, but alright, there we go. Got it. That go down there. Sweet. So I don't think we had to take the lower unit off, but went ahead and did it anyways. Alright. Awesome. Making progress. There we go. Alright, want to get this carburetor off next. And to do that, it's just these 2 bolts here. Pretty easy. It should just slide out there. There we go. Alright, that's out of the way. There. And 1 more. There we go. This guy should slide out. So there's the air intake cover. Dang, that thing's on there. Maybe we try a heat gun. Let's try that. Yep, I'm just gonna rip the line there. There we go. Just cut that off and replace it. Last little tricky piece here. Let's get these guys out. Drain. Careful with the choke. Get that out. Come on. There we go. Got the carburetor off. Cool. There we go. Alright, push that back down. There. Alright, I think we need the heat gun again. Now. There we go. Wow, that was on there. I'm just going to take that off for now. Alright, so let's kind of start disconnecting some of these wires here. Let's see which ones we'll have to... Looks like pretty much all of them will need to be disconnected. Green to green. And then a black to black. Get that guy off. So that's just a ground right there. There we go. All right, and then on the coil, I got this little rubber boot off. There's a nut right here holding down that last wire. Let's get that off. All right, and then this should come. Oop, just dropped the washer. All right, just got to get these bolts out, and we should be in business. Oh, those aren't very tight. Those aren't tight at all. Interesting. All right, 4. On the bottom here, this is going to be our exhaust, and it looks like there's like a small cover on here that we need to take off. Okay, so this comes down. Oh, got some oil leaking. Huh. Oh, there we go. Got that off, little cover. All right. So there were 4 other bolts under here that I needed to get. Oop, washer fell. Get this one. There we go. All right, got those 4. Now we should be able to pull the motor. So I knew the trouble. That way. There we go. Alright, I think I got it. Oh yeah, we got it. Here she comes. There we go. Woo! Alright. Got it. Alright guys, checking out the oil pan. We've got like a crank seal right here. That seal is feeling pretty good there. Still feels like it's good. It doesn't look bad in there. I'm not seeing any metal chunks or anything in there. Looks good all around the edges. That's looking good. Yeah, not looking bad in there. Alright y'all, so right now we are looking at the bottom of the unit. So this piece right here is gonna be our oil filter. The dipstick right here. So I'll take that out, set it aside. This whole green piece here, this is the gasket. So just checking that out. Actually doesn't look bad. I think this gasket's probably still good here. Then we got the muffler right here. That looks good. And then here, let me get y'all a little closer. All right, so here's the oil pump. And we do have a pretty significant amount of oil in this area. So my guess is the gasket failed on this oil pump. Hopefully the pump didn't fail completely. Get this oil filter off. This clamp looks brand new. Come on. There we go. Got it. Damage free. Let's get to this oil pump. One. That's the first one, 2, 3. They're all the same size. Good deal. Makes it easy. There we go. Okay, it's coming. Something happened. Here we go. Alright, coming out. Alright, good deal. Very interesting. Alright. Well, I'm seeing maybe you can see where the gasket's darkened right there. Let me bring y'all in here a second. So right here on this corner, you can see where that gasket's darkened. So I'm thinking that's where oil has been soaking. My guess is we got a little leak on the corner there. That is what I think happened. I mean, it doesn't look too bad other than that. Everything inside the pump there is looking okay, looking nice and clean. All right, so I think I have some gasket maker material, so let's try to pry off this one and we'll copy it and make a new one. All right, we've got our gasket material. Got the gasket, so now let's just trace it out. There we go. Y'all, I've got the new gasket cut and fitted onto our oil pump here. So here's the old one. Goes on just like that. So I think that's gonna work. Alright guys, we've got the oil pump reinstalled. I think that gasket is going to work out well. It's looking good. I also reinstalled the oil filter and I took that old screen off. It was getting kind of brittle and tearing off, so I put this new screen on and tightened it down, fastened it down with some wire there. So that should be good. I think we are ready to reinstall the machine into the frame here. I also cleaned off the edges here, so we'll get a nice good seal on that gasket. Yeah, we'll just kind of start doing this and go from there. So let's reinstall this bad boy. I'm about to put that muffler cover back on the bottom there. I'm gonna put a little bit of gasket maker on the edge there. Kind of give it a good seal. All right, there we go. Just to kind of help seal it up a bit there. There we go. Motor is back in and installed. So we've got all the electrical wires plugged back in, got all the bolts nice and tightened down. We've got the bottom end installed. And we've also got the carburetor, the fuel system all set back up. We've got the gas lines reinstalled. We've got those hooked back up to the fuel pump. We are ready to get this outside, dunk this in some water, and hook up some fuel and try to fire her up. So we'll see what happens here. Got oil in the machine, the gas hooked up, and we've got her under the water line for the impeller, and we should be ready to go here. It's running pretty good. That's good. Down there in the seams, I don't see any oil. Looks good down all in there. Down there we're good. Idling well. And most importantly, our oil pressure indicator is a nice bright green, so that's perfect. Because everything oil-wise is working properly. All right. Let's see if it starts up. And it's looking good, nice and clean in there. Not seeing any oil on that pump there. All right, well, I think the homemade gasket worked. Check the oil here. Yeah, I think it looks good. Oh yeah, that's good. It's not all milky. It's nice and clear and fresh. Good deal. Let's see what our spark plug looks like. See if we're running rich or lean. There we go. Looks like we might be running a little rich. It's kind of dark. So we'll have to adjust the carb a little bit. All right, y'all. Well, I think that is gonna wrap it up for the 1983 Honda B100. It was kind of an easy fix, but difficult to get to, I would say. I have no idea where the oil pumps would be located now on the newer B100s. Hopefully, they're a little bit easier to get to, because, man, you had to pull the motor every time. But we got it done. She's ready to go. The impeller's working. We don't see any oil leaking from anywhere. I don't see any oil leaking from the drain there. This machine is back in commission. She's ready to go for the next sailing season. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for hitting the like, thumbs up button. I really do appreciate all of those. And until next time, you guys, peace. Take it easy. Say bye, Soka. Say bye, Soka. You gonna say bye?